Hey kids, Peter von Panda here. Hey, want to show you two of these Bushnell Backtrack personal locator GPSs. Just kind of quickly show you some of the differences between the two. I like them both, and you know, they're essentially the same thing. They're probably not going to get a GPS signal here. Powered them both on. They both run on 3 AAA batteries. This is the later generation. This is the one of the first generations. And one of the things that you can see right off of the bat is, even though I'm inside, I'm fairly close to a window, this one actually acquired a satellite. I noticed that the acquisition in terms of speed and consistency is better on the Detour than it is here. But you know, I can't fault this one too much. It's an earlier model, and like I said, we're indoors under heavy, you know, under a roof, so it may get a signal here eventually. The other thing is, you know, size-wise, they aren't that much different. I actually thought, you know, these later ones would be, you know, quite a bit smaller, but it's not. They're just kind of different form factors. Actually, this one is super comfortable to hold, especially over long periods of time. This one is comfortable to hold too. It's kind of that smartphone brick shape, but I would say overall, you know, displacement, they're probably about the same. This one's maybe just a smidge bigger, but this one's also a smidge heavier. It's a more ruggedized construction, but as you can see, I've got some scratches on the screen here, so it's just plastic. It's not super durable or anything. They're both recessed. The plastic here is a little more textured, so it's a little less prone to showing you know, scars, but this feels a little thinner and more delicate. A couple things I might say here is that to open up the battery case, you're going to need a coin or something like that to open it up. On this one, you can just you can grab it and kind of manipulate it with your hands for the most part. I've done that. And actually, that's the only way. Oh, my camera just decided to take a break on me. That's the only way I've done it, but I'm not going to do it here because I'm going to knock over my camera. The other thing is, this one came with lanyard. I don't know if they're probably pretty easy to find, but that was kind of a nice little feature. The other thing here is the price point. So this Bushnell Backtrack here, the Gen 1, I think is around $50. These are around $80-ish new. A couple other things here, as you can tell, the LCD, this is kind of more of those old school calculator type of LCDs. All of the symbols and iconography is all pre-built into the display. This one has, you know, individual pixels, kind of like a TI-85 or a new school calculator. And that being said, you can do more with the screen, and the arrow tends to be a little more accurate. So because it has kind of a finer in between increments that this GPS just can't do. All right, this one also, I believe, has something like 1, 2, 3 waypoints before we go back to the compass. This one has more: home, car, favorite, golf hole, target, number 1. So at least 5 waypoints, I think I counted there. So that's kind of cool too. The other thing is it shows time. You can go to this settings button here too and adjust the settings to show you 24 hours, change between Celsius, Fahrenheit, standard and metric. So there's just a lot of finer features that you can find on this. In terms of the overall battery life, it's always hard to say because you're not using typically the battery the whole time. But I've never had any longevity problems with them. I haven't taken these on a week-long backpacking trips or anything like that, but for the day hikes, they've been absolutely fantastic, and the battery meter on both is really, really helpful so that you don't end up taking it out with no juice left. The other big feature difference here is on the Detour, you have this trip function with the Running Man button here will take you to this trip function that will record not only kind of obviously your GPS location, but it'll give you some kind of basic information, average speed, distances, and things like that. So the cool thing is then you can plug it into your computer, look at your entire trip data, so this thing kind of stays on the whole time. This does not have any of this, no plugging in. It really is just help me to return to a waypoint locator. So overall, I really like both of these. Either one of these, if you just want to be able to find your car back to the trailhead, your camp or whatever, either one of these works, and I would probably go with the cheaper thing. But if you want just a little bit finer control and you really are a health nut and kind of want to see where you went, the trails you took, record them for posterity or for review and sharing with friends or overlaying on videos, this is the one that you really want to go with. This is the one I really take with me on hikes now. As you can see, it's kind of more beat up, but this is kind of cool. You can throw it in a bug out bag or a backpack or your glove box in a car that you don't always take out, so that if you don't have this for some reason, you've got one along with you. Easy to carry, easy to clip onto your backpack or carry in your pocket. The Bushnell Backtrack series of GPS's personal locators. Love them. Peter from Panda out.